Hello and welcome into a speed round version of GroomersTake, or a lightning round version of GroomersTake, if you will. I know a lot of you out there are pretty good at lightning rounds. All right, McDavid, 100 points in 53 games. Is that very impressive? Of course it is. He's the best player in the world. He's the best player in hockey. But, and here's my only but, I want to see it next year. I want to see it in an 82-game season. I want to see it where there's travel involved. The North Division is quite possibly maybe the weakest division in hockey. They're only playing against 6 other teams, not 7. The travel isn't as much, and that's one less city you have to travel to. I don't want to put anything against it. Your name is in there with guys like Lemieux, Yager, Gretzky, yada yada. It's very, very good, but I just want to see it again. Speaking of buts, Matthews, 40 goals in 49 games or whatever it was. I think it is very impressive. I think he's the best goal scorer in the world right now. And I think he will be for years to come. But again, I want to see more of it next year when the sports world, the hockey world, the NHL world is back to normal. And maybe it won't be back to normal. But that is my but. I love seeing it. I love the entertainment value of it. I love the historic of it. We'll be talking about it for years to come. But there's always a but. Tom Wilson, yes, this is a long time ago, but I still have to get into it. The Tom Wilson fiasco, if they just would have given him a game, this isn't based on really what he did, because what he did wasn't worth a game. I mean, the guy's an idiot. We know he's an idiot. What are you doing, whether it's a punch in the face, the shoulder, the back, the ass, the leg, I don't care. Some guy's face down on the ice and you give him one, everyone's going to get excited about it, and it's going to turn into a bit of a brouhaha. Because of Tom Wilson and his past being a goof, you could have easily given him a game, and if Washington wanted to get mad, then they can get mad. But how can you really go up against Tom Wilson and the history that he had? Then that whole thing wouldn't have happened. I'm not saying I didn't like watching it. I liked that old school hockey. Was it kind of circusy and sad? From the Rangers side, yes, because there aren't guys in the NHL that can really step up and be that guy to protect their best players anymore. And really, if I'm Panarin, I love it. You have heart and soul. You want to stick up for your team, but you should know better jumping on the back of a beast like Tom Wilson. What do you expect Tom Wilson to do? What would you do if somebody jumped on your back? Probably the same thing. All in all, it was bad, and now Panarin's out. Doesn't matter. The Rangers are done. The Rangers fired everybody. I mean, really. And why did those guys get fired? The Rangers weren't expected to do much this year. They were expecting to be in a rebuild still, but their rebuild is going a lot better than anybody would have thought, and they're going to be a playoff contender next year very, very easily. That's it. Frederick Anderson starting tomorrow night against Ottawa. I don't care if Frederick Anderson comes out tomorrow and gets a 50-save shutout. He should not start game 1 of the playoffs. He hasn't shown you enough of that he can get it done. Jack Campbell came in and went 17-2. Is that right? I think that might be around there. 17-2. You have to go with the guy that won you games. If you win game 1 5-4, Jack Campbell still gets game 2. If you lose game 1 5-2, and he lets in those 5 goals or even 4 goals, if one of them's an empty net on 21, 22 shots, then maybe you think about Anderson. But really, Jack Campbell, it's his net to lose. I don't want to hear anything else about it. Or I do if you want. Tocchet, out in Arizona. Rick Tocchet is not the reason Arizona's not a playoff team. He is not the reason. I think he's a good coach, but who does Arizona have who's a stud? They have good players. They don't have studs. Simple as that. Tortorella out in Columbus, same thing. Who's their stud? Don't tell me Patrick Laine is a stud. That ship's gone. That's out of here. And really, I feel bad for Torts because I think he's a really good coach, but I think his NHL coaching days, the way he coaches teams, has kind of sailed through. This new NHL is pretty soft, and certain players can't really get coached by him. I think both these coaches should have a job. We don't know what's going to happen. Oh, geez, Paul Maurice in Winnipeg. I don't know what's going to happen there. Are you telling me Winnipeg has lost 9 of 10 because Nick Ehlers got injured? That shouldn't be happening. Anyways, is Travis Green going to be out in Vancouver? I don't think he should be either. They went through it this year. Let's get back to normal. Give Travis Green another chance. But Rick Tocchet and Tortorella should be in the NHL somewhere. Could it be Seattle? We will see. Another no-hitter in baseball. I want to say something. Miley got one the other day. I think that's 4 or 5 on the year. Talking about putting the pitcher's mounds back a foot or so. Why? what happened to baseball hitters just getting base hits and getting home runs when the opportunity presented itself, or extra base hits when the opportunity presented itself? Everyone tries to hit a home run now. When you try and hit home runs all the time, you're going to strike out. You're going to pop it up. You're going to hit it into the dirt, and teams are going to get no hitters against you. That's what's going to happen. What happened to the days of getting a base hit, moving a runner around to second, putting a runner into scoring position so you can score a run for your baseball team? What is going on with baseball? I do not like the product right now. I really hate it. Exit velocity and how hard can you hit it? Get a base hit. Get on base, for crying out crying. Toronto Raptors disappointment. I don't know why I'm hitting on this. I shouldn't, but the other day when I saw that Lowry was not going to play due to rest, you either want to play in that play-in game or you want your season to be over. Simple, done. I mean, this was over for me when they didn't trade him at the deadline. This is a fail. Everything that Masai has done for the city, for the team, this is a fail. It's an utter, complete fail, and I haven't paid attention to the Raptors ever since. Tim Tebow signing with Jacksonville. This is one of the bigger jokes I've seen since Jake Paul being a boxer. Maybe you can fight Jake Paul, but let's fight a guy your age and who's an actual boxer, and then you can talk to me. We keep feeding this guy money, and it makes me sick. But Tim Tebow is going to be a tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think you had enough look on yourself, attention on the team with Trevor Lawrence being there this year, and now you want more attention on your team by bringing in this guy. It's disrespectful to every actual real tight end in the game who's actually done it before and looked good doing it. Embarrassing. Albert Pujols, released. It's sad, but Albert Pujols is amazing. He doesn't want to be done yet. He wants to keep playing, but the thing is, he wants to play every day at first base. You're not really going to be able to do that with a lot of teams. I can't even think of a team that would need an everyday first baseman who is not a contender, because that's the only place you'd fit. If I'm Albert Pujols, enjoy these days. Go up there and try and get base hits. Hit those home runs when home runs are presented to you. So that screams DH to me. Find a team that is a DH, that needs a DH. You don't have to even DH every game. Just enjoy it now, man. Enjoy it. You've earned the respect. I hope to see him play again. I just don't really see him playing a lot of first base the way he wants to. Adam Groom, thanks for tuning in to this speed round. I'll talk to you later. Bye.